Hey, hey. Okay. Well, I'm going on right a little late, 5 minutes, but I do have to organize myself over here for a moment. I think maybe I'll put on a little song. Hold on, I'm going to put this on while I organize myself because I need my space to be free. I have a lot to go over with you guys, really important information, and I'm going to do my best that I can to show you information that's critical. So let me turn this song on and then I will be right back.
Glory walks through shadowed halls beneath the earth so cold. The spirit children's desperate calls, their stories yet untold. Their pain a thread, their hope a spark, a flame she'll fan to rise. In endless tunnels, cold and dark, she seeks to pierce the skies. Through the whispers, she takes a stand, a torch held high and trembling hands. For every voice the hive denied, she'll bring their freedom, turn the tide. Their chains unseen yet tightly bound, their cries a haunting plea. In her they found the strength to sound their need for liberty. She walks with purpose clear and strong, their memories her guide. To light the highs unyielding wrong, no truth will be denied. Through the whispers, she takes a stand, a torch held high in trembling hands. For every voice the hive denied, she'll bring their freedom to the tide. She'll give the silence back their names, restore their stolen light. A reckoning for all their flames extinguished by the night. Each step she takes, their will resounds, a justice yet unseen. To break the hive's unholy bounds and free what might have been. In tunnels deep where shadows creep, she feels their laughter lost. Their dreams like echoes softly weep, a chill that bears a cost. Yet in her heart she holds their dreams, a lantern in the dark. With every tear she builds the beams that form their freedom song. Through the whispers she takes a stand, a torch held high in trembling hands. For every voice the hive denied, she'll bring their freedom from the tide. Her voice becomes their battle cry, her hands their great peace. The hive's dark grip will slowly die, their stolen lives released. The living world will know their tale, their anguish won't be vain. Through glory's strength they will prevail and break their binding chain. Above the tunnel's sunlight
Okay,
streams, a dawn
I am
yet to see.
ready.
She
Let me turn
carries
this
forth
down.
their shattered dreams that fight for unity. Through her their voices rise as one, a harmony of might. Their
Okay.
freedom song has just begun, emerging from the night.
All right. Hope you enjoyed that little song. Hi, you guys. Yeah, I had to light my little incense and and just get ready because again, My purpose here is the same as it's always been. Hi, Muffin Top, my amazing mod. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Michelle. Welcome on in if you are in here. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jean. Welcome on in. You were the first one, I think. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It will help. And thumbs up on your way in. Thank you, Muffin Top. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Nothing but love. Welcome on in. Today's presentation, like always, is here to bring justice to victims. And again, you guys, my name is Lori, and how I do this is really strictly by giving you my intuitive reads. And I have a massive read to give you today. It isn't anything like, wow, so new, but it is new information that has never been seen this way before. And when I show faces like this, when I show you channels, it's not about the channel. When I show you people that I'm talking about, like Dolly Vision or Molly Golightly, it's not about them. It never, ever will be. It's about the information that I receive when I look at their channels. My purpose in life, one of my purposes in life, a major one, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why this came to me. I don't understand. Every day I'm like, oh, it's going to be 4 years. Like, what? Something big has to happen. Something has to happen, because it doesn't make sense if it doesn't happen. I'm bringing justice to these children by telling the story. I understand that. I get that I see these visions. I see it. I'm the one who lives with it. I live with this happening to me. I live with the noises and the intuitive thoughts and the visions and the things that are shown to me. The people that live in my house, my children and my husband, know the things that I experience because they experience it with me. Howling. Dogs howling. So when I am not the only one who hears it, when I'm in my house, those are called visions. They're called important information. And because I know I am here for the children, then it's about the children. Those dogs, they are with animals, and I'm talking about when they are taken underground, when they're taken away, when they're taken to farms with animals. There are dogs that are howling. So very loud. They howl to each other. And the children know those sounds because I will hear the sounds that the children hear. I wasn't going to start with this photo, but this photo, for any of the FBI agents or law enforcement or whoever follows the Lori Vallows and follows the Summerwells and the Gabby Petitos and the Kylie Rodneys and the Idaho Fours, all of those, you need to look at what I'm showing you. This small, itty bitty little symbol, and let me tell you, I know the people that listen, and I know you are here listening. I know there's one of you here that know what I'm talking about. Show yourself. Show yourself. Tell me, show me photos that you have seen this little caricature. Send it to me. Show me it. Let me tell you something. I found this little character for the very first time. You know where? Lori Vallows videos. Lori Vallows video of her TV series that was on, I think it was ABC, and I sent it to the law enforcement. And I said, you listen to me. I've seen this before. I've seen it on Jody Sue Brown. I've seen it in videos. I have seen this multiple times. It's not hanging on her. It comes and goes in the video. Lori Vallow, throughout this video of her Mother of Sin video, has the same particular kind of icon. We don't know why that's in the corner. But I'm going to show you the video how this doesn't even stay in this child's video. It comes and goes. I wasn't going to open up with this, but I had to. This is what I call a little character. These are little characters that show up in Summer Moon Wells videos. They float around her video. Anyone that's been here with me since the beginning, you've seen this. I see a victim. I see a farm. I see horses. I see filthy, dirty, disgusting boxes that these children are living in. With animals. And if you think for one fucking second that I'm not ever going to stop seeing this shit, I'm not. It's not stopping. You guys, it's not stopping. Summer Moon Wells, there is a photo of Summer Moon in a very similar situation. Most of you probably never even saw the photo of Summer Moon in a similar situation. Summer Moon was with the animals. Summer Moon was just like this little person. Summer Moon looked more like this than any other pictures that we have of her that summer. This may not be the summer that was introduced to us, but this is the Summer Moon that speaks to me. And let me tell you guys something. The eyes in the human spirit that lies beneath this little child is not the Summer Moon you all think she is. Shame on the Wells. Shame on the Wells. I brighten this up, you guys, and I show you what's in here. Oh, God. There's no difference what's back here, what's back behind her, than what I'm showing you today on a different child. You need to pay attention. Where Summer Moon is in here is where she was held captive. The people that talk about Summer know what happened to Summer. You see, there are thousands of Summer Moon wells. And that included Lori Vallow's children, period. Lori Vallow's children. Nobody wants to look at it. Nobody wants to look at the information that is right in front of your fucking noses. Ask yourself, do you really think people that drive in cars show these same boxes as the people I show you? It doesn't exist. This child in this video that is very current only just shows you what I've been showing you over and over and over. Dolly Vision shows what I'm talking about in his car. Benny Keys, the Idaho 4. You know, I could show you a vision, a picture. Be like, okay, the first time I show it, okay, whatever. You know, that's okay. Well, maybe it's there and maybe it isn't, blah, 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 blah. But when it shows over and over and over and over and over and over and over, these are boxes. These are rooms. Behind the rooms in which the children are lying. They are within boxes of boxes of boxes. They're surrounded by filth. I smelled it, you guys. I smelled the horse manure. That's how I know. I smelled the horse manure. This Faith, I'm going back to Faith. I get sick to my fucking stomach knowing that they did nothing. Nothing with this. You make it smaller. This video of Faith, for those who didn't see it, says, Summer Wells is in my basement. He wrote that. But in the video, he has a child on his lap. Summer Wells is in my basement. He's holding a baby. He is holding a fucking baby. And he is in a tunnel. He is underground. He is within an underground area. And I'm going to show you how disgustingly sick it gets. He is the one, you guys, who put those words there. Summer Wells is in my basement. Now let me show you. You brighten up this area he's in. His basement that he's saying Summerwells is in my basement? What's the fucking difference between this or this? Nothing. Zero. Nothing. What's the difference between what's behind this faith guy, the maroon, the green, the white shit, than what is behind, where's Summers? Summer. Where's that picture? Then what's behind this? In the back. All the way in the back. Nothing. 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 It's a child. Summerwells is in my basement. Do you think the authorities looked at the video that he actually put out there with those words? Do you? Do you think they did what I did and ripped the video apart? Huh? I don't. I don't. Let me tell you something. This video shows multiple people. It shows victims. It shows the predator. It shows the faces that I follow, the ones of the guilty party, what they look like. I've shown this before. Where these guys are is where the Summer Moonwell's missing children go, period. That face right there, whew, takes my fucking breath away. Fucking breath away. Why? Why? When there's only 2 people in here that they actually show? Why would this guy Faith's face change and look like the predator? This is the one I show all the time. The new video that I found of this little girl reminds me of Faith, reminds me of how these children are placed all by themselves in these rooms. They're tormented and they're alone. It's animal-like. I don't know why, but it's animal-like. This child reminds me of him. The reason she reminds me of him is because to me, they're both giving me the same energy. Takes my breath away. It takes my breath away, makes me angry. Not all the times do I get angry. Don't show anger. Some of these children, I don't know what they do to them, but they make them very angry. They fight. They're angry. They're the same. It's the same energy. I feel like whatever they do to these children, they create them to be monsters. To each other. Monsters. They lose themselves. What you see here comes from 2 different videos. Family, Austin, March 23rd, 2025. This is just a couple days ago. I am pulling information from videos that are current. And these current videos are showing me very important images that I am seeing psychically. So very strong. So strong. It's currently happening. They go into holes in the ground and they come out of them like animals. You see, I'm getting it from here. You see this? Cripple Creek Farm. It's got nothing to do with the Cripple Creek Farm. But I get the images. When I see the children going down into the holes and they're going away in these tunnels, they go under a panel just like this. They go down under, and when they come back up, they're in the middle of a fucking horse manure shithole. I smelled it. In and out of the stables. In and out of the stables. They're in places that no one would go dig. Who the fuck would go dig under the manure of horses in a stable? Nobody. Nobody. Oh, but they're there. They're in there. They're within walls. They're within what other people in the world would call junk. They're between the junk. They are placed within areas that no one would ever go look for them. And the police could be standing right in front of it. But the people that hide these children, oh, they know. They know that these areas are not looked at. They know. They're not about to go into the Wells house and go through all the junk, according to Candace. That's just junk. Oh, that's just all junk over there. You don't have to go in there. That's just, it's just filled with all work shit. It's just junk. Well, guess what? All of the junk that's piled up is exactly where I would go. The RV that looks like shit and is covered in old. The older the shit, the more I'd want to go there. Do you hear me? Go in the junk. Go in the older RVs. Go to the places that hide beneath the areas that you wouldn't go. It smells there. Awful. Awful. These children are hiding in these areas. They're here. They're here. I see them. They're here. What is it? What is it about these areas that you guys just don't want to go dig? You don't even rip the plastic away. Like, you don't look for these plastic pieces. Look for the very fine pieces of metal that are maroon. Dig there. Follow the smell. Follow the disgusting smell that's behind these walls. Look for the bright buckets. Look for the red bucket. Look for the yellow bucket. Look for the horses. Go further. Look for the traps. Look for the doorways. Follow the smell. Go beyond where you would naturally go. Go further. Go behind the areas that they're bringing you. You will see them. They're like huts. They're like plastic huts. They're back here. That's why I call cars fake cars, you guys. There's a reason I call it a fake car. Because every time I see this, I see this. I see this. This and this and this all represent the trapdoors that the children crawl right back into. They crawl right back into their little cage. And no one is going to get them. Nobody is crawling into that hole. No one's crawling into that hole to get the children. They're all by themselves in there. The smallest a bit of light. Very, very small, minimal amount of light. They could look right up there. They're down under the smelly fucking stables. They're under. They're in there. I can't say this any louder. When I look at their faces, I see anger. I see multiple personalities. And it has nothing to do with the little girl that I'm showing here. She's not so little. But I see multiple people. And why does that make a difference? Is because I see victims. All there for the one that is harming them. They're harming them. I show this all the time. I'm always like, they have masks on. They have like an animal-like head on their head. This is what I'm showing. This is on the head, you guys. You get these pictures when you work very hard to maneuver and go very slowly through the video. This, brighten it up. Let me brighten it up a little more. This here, is like an animal-like head. That's the arms and that's the head. See that? See that? Right next to the word today. And I've shown this before. I've shown that that's called sacrifice. These are called rituals. Rituals. Thank you for those ones. When I go into these videos and I look at the photos, psychically what I feel is what the children feel. So that, and you could see this was just March 23rd, 2025. And the reason for that, it may have nothing to do with this channel, which it usually doesn't. I say it doesn't. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Because I'm supposed to tell you how they feel. That's my main purpose. Is to bring you photos so I could show you what these children go through. What these babies go through. What these embryos go through. What the children are having children that have children. On the back of the wall in this video are pictures of babies. This is on the wall. This was just March 23rd. LOL matters. This is what's on the back wall. I don't know what that is. But I could tell you it looks like the babies that I follow that are embryos that they sacrifice and they murder and they kill. This is what it looks like. Does anyone give a shit? Seriously. I know what to look for because I've seen it. I've seen this with the heart on the face. There's a heart right on the head. And there's tape around the mouth. Come on, guys. Come on. What are you going to do with this shit? Nothing. March 23rd, 2025. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I took this off of a YouTube channel that literally Spirit sent me to. Actually, Spirit sends it to me and says, Lori, there are children under here. That child in the bottom right-hand corner is not the one you're showing. This is a Summerwells baby. These are victims because that is supposed to be the same person as this. Let me crop that better. These aren't the same. They're not the same faces. Let me get the color out of here. They're not the same person. This here, let me crop it a little more. This here is the same video as this person. Summer Moon Wells missing children. Summer Moon Wells victims show up in the circumstances in which they're living. And that's my purpose, is to bring you information that best represents the children's story. Oh, let me get these faces closer to each other. Here. Let's see. Copy. Because this here comes from the same frame. Now you see. Remember how I showed you? Oh my God, thank you. Thank you for that affirmation. Thank you. Because anyone that comes in here and does a thumbs down, you're fearful. You're living in fear. And I'm showing you these two faces that come from the same fucking frame. I get it's scary. But you have to ask yourself, do you think we're so fucking dumb to think that someone would come in here that has nothing to do with this and put a thumbs down to someone who is trying to bring justice to the children? Are you that pitifully disgusting? I'm in that kind of a mood. This is what happens. Sometimes I'm like, oh, real flowery and that's your purpose and blah, blah, blah. No, not today. Not today, because I'm being shown victims that are angry. This victim's angry. This victim looks like Jody Sue Brown. Jody Sue Brown. I've seen this before. Why the hell would it be in this video? And I get that there's so many people that are scared. So many. I get it. But also understand that the victims are much more scared than you are. And if you can't put yourself aside for the children, you have to question yourself why. If you give a shit, you'd question yourself why. Well, I'd question myself why. Think about it. We're not talking politics. We're talking about children. A child. I'm showing you pictures that people like Jody Sue Brown introduced to me, all because of Summer Moon. I think I got close to. Here's one of those. Here it is. out of these hundreds and thousands of pictures that I have. This is the video that I have, the little caricature. These are the little characters that I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find another one. They pop up in the weirdest places. But Jody Sue Brown, you guys, showed me this information. So when I'm talking about holes in the ground, this was from the Wells house. There's no difference between this hole in the ground or the one I'm showing you. The one I showed you with the light, that's a cage. That's from Jody Sue Brown's video. That's a cage. Now, is it really a cage? I have no fucking idea. That's what the cage looks like. That's what it looks like. So, if you think your day is so bad that you need to come in here and put a thumbs down to a channel that's really looking to bring justice to hundreds and hundreds of kids, do yourself a favor and question who you are. Because this child is who I see in Jody Sue Brown's videos. That's supposed to be Jody Sue Brown. So there is a spirit that I call Summer Moon that is so strong and so worthy of herself that in every circumstance she shows herself to me. And the reason she does that is to bring justice to all of them. Somewhere in the universe, in a situation like this, lies tons of Summer Moon Wells missing children in a hole in the ground. This comes from Candace's video. That's a child coming out of a hole in the ground. That comes all from the same video, the same creator. This copy comes from me, so you'll see my logo on it, but I didn't create it. And what Summer says is, why isn't anyone looking? Why can't they see that my face isn't the same in all the videos? I don't understand. These are different faces, but they're all the same. They're all the same. The Summer Moon Wells that shows up in this video is the same Summer Moon Wells that I've been following. This summer moon. This summer moon. This summer moon. And this summer moon. Now, We don't need anyone's, oh yeah, she's right. Now we could bring justice. No. All you need to do is listen and have a small, itty bitty sense of, this is her story. These are different children. They're using deep fake AI. Deep fake AI to show all of these little moments. And it brings me right back to this guy, Faith. Between the videos that I'm showing today brings tremendous amount of justice, because these kids, they make them go crazy. They have fake skin on them. They're all different ages, I see. They're different genders. The equipment that they wear and all this stuff that they have to put on themselves to help create the deep fake, I call fake skin. It goes on the neck. It's right there. You motherfuckers, it's right there. And the more I show it, the more you're going to recognize it. You see, you don't know what you don't know. But if you're shown an image, you're going to remember it. You need to look, not be passive and wait to be told what to see. This is the outline of the fake skin. This is the outline of this. A. It's plastic. It's in the videos. Now, I'm using this child. This is a well-known family YouTube family channel. They have millions of followers, and it's not about them. Okay? Please listen to me when I say it's not about them. I am showing you what I see spiritually when these children go through these rituals and they go through these ceremonies. That's what I want you to see. I want you to look at this part of the video. This is the back of the child's head. It's in one of those families that I follow that has millions of subscribers. And it's an animal-like. And these are the kind of things that I tell you I see on the back of the head. It just happens to be part of this ceremonial thing. That's the heart. This is the child's front of the face, supposedly. Why I'm doing this and showing you this is because this is real to the victims. This is what's happening to the victims. You're going to feel sense, if you are intuitive, you'll feel the sense of sadness. There's a sadness here. There is a sadness here. This child is being officially sacrificed. This child, they need to put this on them for the ceremony. That's all I know. And all I'm supposed to do is show you. I'm supposed to help you recognize the truth. Nothing more than helping these children get true justice. By showing you what they go through, showing you the elements that I've been talking about, the V on the face. You see, the V is always the V as the V is the V. Because the elements don't change. This is on the face. This is the V. It's on summer moon. This is the monster face. You guys, I have to tell you that, like, when I do this stuff, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just do it and put it together as a story. That's that child's video. You've seen these before. All I could do is bring it. Right? And show it. And tell you the story that I'm being told. Spiritually. Today was the first time I actually smelled horse manure. Like, I smelled it. Like, this is what happens to the child that you see in the smaller photo. Where'd it go? Right. This all comes from information that lies between this little gal. Now, it has nothing to do with her. I'm not showing her full face because it's got nothing to do. It happens to do with this. The sadness of a victim that all they want is justice. And the world isn't ready to bust this open, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not ready to hear the stories that are being told. So when I show something like this, Spirit feels a sense of calmness. Well, Michelle, I could say right now how I feel right now with that smell, knowing that summer is the spirit that I work with. I smelled it. So it has to be a smell that Summer Moonwell's spirits wanted me to smell because the smell was so strong for them. And I smelled it as if it was dirty, dirty stables, like not a clean stable, not like, oh, there's, like just an awful place to be. So this head here that I just showed you would be no different than I told you the horse head here. These are the same situations. Let me crop it better. These are the same situations that you're looking at. Well, for me to explain it. So when I said a moment ago that up here was like an animal head, so is this. It's an animal head. So these are the same situations. No different. Let me crop it so I could bring it closer. So this person in the video, beneath the frame of the frame of the frame, is wearing the same thing. Heads. Right, place so unclean, animals don't even want to be there. So it brings me back to this, right back to the video that says Summerwells is in my basement. See on the bottom right hand side? This is all from the same video. I don't know who that girl is. It doesn't matter, but I choose just on the panel. So that's not my problem. I get 0 from her. So this is Faith, and he's underground like this. You see, and for some reason that video had no traction. This video had no traction. But when you look at it, it's showing the same kind of a fake car that I've been showing you for almost 4 years. Right? So why wouldn't that be investigated? Why wouldn't someone want to look into this video that shows multiple faces and horrific information that to me is the Faith video? I don't know why. They're like the same person. Because it's the same spirit. It's the same situation. This is the video that says Summerwells is in my basement. Does this make sense to anyone? Summerwells is in my basement? They're not in a car. They're nowhere in a car. The information that is shown here is what I call a fake car. See the holes, the doors, the cage-like, the cage. That cage is no different than the cage-like that I just showed you in the smelly horse manure. So when I say something spiritually and I give you a story, the image that is shown to me in my psyche doesn't change. I may show you different bits of information, but all of this represents the same place where the children are, deep under the ground. But in order to get there, you've got to go in the holes that most law enforcement won't even look to go in. It smells. You're not going to find these kids in like a cozy little clean box. You're not. And that in his lap is a child. The person you see here, right here, wait. This is what deep fake is. The picture in the smaller box is the victim. The picture, the big one, he's got no blood on him. He's a perpetrator. So when I see something like this, I know there's deep fake involved. Now I'm putting my videos, you guys, and my photos through AI for the AI to give me a report. Oh, these are AI generated. All the ones that I said were AI generated, they are. The victim that is real big isn't the same victim that's bloody in the small little box you see. You could see it. What I'm doing here is I'm showing you that this isn't a car. I'm showing you, if you look in there, they're within these small little boxes. These are little, the victims. This is what they look like. I can't make it too big because then you won't see it, but those are the boxes. And just like Benny shows, Benny Keys, and I say fake car, it's, see his head? He's in the corner of the V. He's in the corner of the V. The head is in the corner. And these are the smallest pictures. They may be blurry, but these are teeny pictures within the teeny pictures. If you notice where they're sitting, it's where I've been showing you guys in Don B's videos. They're victims with multiple victims with them. And Summer Wells is mentioned in this video. Why the fuck isn't this talked about in the news? Why? No one wants to touch it. No one wants to touch it. I am showing you elements that match across the board. Coming up 4 years. Showing you faces within the deep fake that are the victims lying beneath your feet in the tunnels. This is what the Summer Moon Wells missing children look like, and this is what they go through. There are multiple people here playing multiple roles. When they videotape the victims and they put their heads on these videos, they are deep faked to go on YouTube channels so you don't see the victims behind the YouTube creator. That takes a lot of money. To get to this layer that I've been showing you for almost 4 years is where Summer Moon Wells went. This is where the children go. This is where the victims hide. Here. And it's somewhere that no one wants to find. But you've seen all of these elements. You've seen these white pieces. You've seen what's behind in that darkness. I've shown it to you. I have been looking at this since June 16th, 2021. Literally, June 16th, 2021. Every picture holds these kind of images. So when I say fake car, let me give you an example. And I say, I see Benny, I see here in Benny's picture, I know it's a car, fake car, but I see, this is how good I am as a psychic. These are the pictures that I show you of Benny's. Okay? These. And I'm like, I see a fake car, and the reason I see a fake car is because I see the underground shit. So when I show you ones like this, I see this, see? I see this. They fit fucking perfectly. And that's because I'm good at what I do. I don't know how else to say it. I'm good at what I do. Let me see if I could get this to go any deeper color. Here we go. Okay. I changed the color. Here. So there's no difference when I say Benny shows this all the time. It's that. Now, why the fuck would Benny's stuff be cookie cutter? Why? Because that's what I find. Because I know what I see. I'm seeing this with the person in the back behind him. But this person in the back behind him is always sitting in these car seats. So it goes like that. Everybody's, oh, the car seat, the car seat, the car seat. You see the victim in the car seat, blah, 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 blah. And everyone be like, oh my God, God, what the fuck is she talking about? That's a baby. And okay, yeah, you see a baby, but my ridiculous psychic mind doesn't. See? Boom. Right? So for almost 4 years, this vision is getting clearer in time. Let me crop his face out a little because it's going to get so bright right here. Because Benny Keys, that goes like that. And this is Faith. This here would go here. So I know I'm good. So you all, someone could come in here and put your thumbs down, but I know I'm good at what I do. I'm not a fake psychic. I happen to be a real psychic. I'm a real psychic. Like, it took me until my 50s to accept this fucking fact. Because when I do my shit and things match, I blow my own mind. It's not like, oh yeah, what, oh wow. I'm like, what the fuck? The thing on his eye? Everything is summer moon. Because it's not really on him. It is beneath the deep fake. It's behind him. Underneath him is the victim with that thing on the eye, like I showed you Molly Golightly does. See the victim's eye with it's got like a glasses on it? That's the victim. Faith is playing the deep fake. Yeah. Every case that I follow, every case that I have mentioned has cookie cutter pictures. Cookie cutter pictures. And I receive them first through characters like this, with that fake skin on her neck. See? So maybe she doesn't have fake skin on her neck. I don't care. But it shows to me. It shows the exact way as the victims show it. So at the end of the day, she doesn't have to have squat on her. She gave me gifts of information that continue to help me bring justice to the children, like this. And that is how it goes. That's how it goes. So when I see a child that gives me tremendous amount of information that allows me to see the children, those are gifts given from the channel. It's not about the channel. I see children in these circumstances. I see them underground. I see them being tortured, and they're alone. And it's animalistic, and it's horrible. I mean, I can't like say it any fucking louder. I can't. What about this is okay? Over and over and over. The same faces. The same struggle. A baby sitting in face, arms above the word Summerwells is in my basement. Do you understand that? This is all the same video. This here is underground. These are victims. I'm showing you this today because this goes with the words Summer Moon Wells is in my basement. He's not in a car. He's in the same fucking thing that I see Dolly Vision in. So when I see something like this, I don't see anything other than where the children go. I don't see any difference between the two of them. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Nothing. I show Dolly Vision all the time in these situations. I just don't see the difference when I show you this to where he's sitting. Nothing. So when I see no difference, that means that the children know what this is. The children have been there. This is a circumstance that looks like this. I have hundreds of pictures of Dolly in this circumstance, with crazy looking pictures. I'm not saying that he's sitting in this fucking thing. What I'm saying is there's no difference. To me, you could just plop the faces over each other and be telling the same part of the children's story. Same part. Same part. I have so many pictures like that. And then I have victims that look like little children in the same circumstance like you see in the bottom left-hand corner. I have so many victims that show themselves to me. It's a shame. Dolly's eyeball When I said, oh, look at that eyeball, I don't know if his eye really looks like that, but it was shown to me because it's that. This is a victim. Say myself, take a look and just connect, of course. These are victims that show themselves. And no one's coming to their rescue. They're underground. They're sitting in these same circumstance. They're sitting in these holes, trying to get justice. So when I show you an eyeball like Dolly's, I'm showing you this. Why? Because I don't see Dolly. It's not about him. Never was. It's about the information I get from him. That, to me, is that. You see, this is the stuff I get from Dolly because it matches that. That's how I do it. Spirit shows it to me. And I always say, to the best of my ability, I give the story that has been shown to me. To the best of my ability, I give you this story. To the best of my knowledge, this is the truth. To the best of my knowledge, this is the truth. And that's all I could do to fill my purpose. It's frustrating, but this is my purpose. And I have accepted the fact that I'm good at it. So when I show a photo like this, and I say Dolly is in a fake car, I see the same situation that Faith just showed us, where it said Summerwells is in my basement. Because this here is carbon copy. Let me get a good one here to this. Right? To this. So this would be the carbon copy to this. That window by the man would be that window. It's carbon copy. That's what I'm showing you guys. I'm showing you the same circumstances. There's no difference between these two people, because the energy, the information here is the same. This is the same. So, am I saying that they're the same person? No, I don't care. Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. It doesn't matter. What matters is the story is the same. This is Summer Moon Wells' story. Summer Moon Wells, you guys, wound up in blackness like this. Her pictures, almost some of them look like she's sitting in the stars in blackness. So depending on the version that you get, depends on what you see. They're all different. Depends on the version that you wind up seeing. Some of them she's in a car. Some of them she's sitting on like a fence. It's all different. But this here all pulls together from the beginning. This here is everything that I see here. That there is what I see here. It's the same fucking room. So when I tell you Dolly is in a fake car, it's because I'm seeing what I showed you in the beginning. I'm going to make it smaller. This little girl's picture, that's Dolly's car. You see how I'm good? Like, it's the same image. Why? It's the same part of the story. The same fucking part of the story. Turn this around. Turn it upside down, and you've got Dolly's car. Watch. And you got Dolly's car. You see? Put a 1 if you see that. This is the stable. This is what smells. This is behind that sweet little girl's picture. That is this. The girl is showing, which is her back by the stables. That's the box. So what I see is, in order to get to that door, you need to lift that box. And that's where you find that in the smelly area. It smells. And those are wires across her head. You see, that's where all this comes from. Like that. And that's what brings you to summer. Into Benny Keys. That's Benny Keys' picture that he got from Don Wells. That's a Don Wells photo to the right. That's Summer Moon Wells. I've got the story down, you guys. I have the story. I have the story of the children. It's who wants to believe it? Who wants to believe that somewhere Don Wells knows where these door traps are? This is Don Wells' photo. That's a trap behind a door. Right there. Don Wells. You see that top of the metal, the door? Summer is behind a door like that. That's Summer. There's no difference between Don Wells's door Dolly's door. Let's use this one. Faith's door. These all lead to the same place. They all go to the same place. All of them. Or this girl's door that she's showing at the barn. Door, door, door. Don Wells, Summer Moon Wells. Right in her eye. Her head is in the corner of the maroon bars, hanging in the corner of the maroon bars. That picture is no different than Dolly's picture. I always say it's a head. It's a head on a platter. Summer Moon, I'm going to just zoom right into her head. Don Wells knows what happened to this child. People out there know what happened to this child. Molly Golightly's eye. In the corner. It is in the corner. This is under construction. This is between the metal rods. That is part of this. It's in here. Don Wells has pieces of her. Do you see what I'm saying? He has pieces of her. This. You see that 5 hanging? You know that's the same thing that was hanging in the Idaho 4 that I told you guys that's hanging in all of the different places. It's hanging. Hangs in the window, the Idaho 4. It's hanging above them while they're taking the picture of, they're underneath the stairs. That 5 is a major element. Let me see if I could see. It's hanging with them at the... It's hanging with them under the stairs. I might come across it. But let me see if this is a presentation. All right. So when you go back to, and I said this, I don't know how many years ago, 2 or whatever, that guy, Michael Vaughn, has the carbon copy of everything that happens. Well, this here and this whole thing here is the A-frame. So that would be, this is what it looks like. This is from Michael Vaughn. So that's this is the end result that goes, I don't know, underground somewhere. They put this shit and they keep it. It's their trophy. Let me get rid of the yellow and turn it. So basically, Michael Vaughn, who showed this situation, so this is after their sacrifice and everything is done. These are pieces of them. And this is how I see it. So the only thing missing in these pictures is the triangle. There's a triangle. It's like, see how her head is like, it's in a box, but it's between the metal. Wait, let me grab it again. It's between the metal, to make it smaller actually. Okay. Here you'll see that it's mounted. See? And remember how I'm like, it's between the wood planks, like it's in there? Like, I think that pieces of Summer Moon, the parents know where this is. So this is information you get when you go a little deeper, I shouldn't say that. I know what you know what, I pre-see it. It's so funny when I listen back to myself and like, I'm like, oh my God, really? This is something that I would pre-see. And this comes from a summerwells video, right? So this would be somewhere Don Wells would know it. But it's the same circumstances I see in, again, Dolly Vision's fake car. Because the door that I see is the same kind of a door I see in Dolly's car, his Faith's car. It's all the same. And this is Don Wells' car. It's the same thing. I mean, Benny Keys has the same picture. They all sit in that same kind of a, I called it the fake car. But I called it the fake car because this is the stuff that I saw. And I saw what I needed to see. Right? Was this stuff. Because it told this Summer Moon Wells story. And it tells it very well. The Idaho 4, wow. They missed the boat on that. I mean, big time. Idaho 4 has so much information. So much information that tells the story. Right? Here's Candace with the little critter in her mouth. Watch this. Copy. So here's one of those little critters. In her mouth. So I have a lot of these. That's the little critter. And it's in her mouth. You see it's in her mouth. But nobody goes close in to even look. But these are the critters that are in all of the victims' mouths including Gabby Petito. It's in her mouth. So they use, they use deep fakes, which they do, to mix shit up. I don't know if it's really there, if it's not there, but someone else might see it as a piece of gum on her tongue. I don't know. I see it as a critter in her mouth because I saw Gabby Petito with this same thing. And here you've got the box, behind Dolly, and that's just the same box that I see again. What page is this? Here, 56, behind Don. Let me zoom into the boxes. We don't need Dolly's face. So this again is the same. It's the same car he drives this whole time, but the box changes, and what's in it and everything changes throughout the whole video. But this matches. This is the box that changes throughout the whole video. But that's the same kind of box that I've been showing you with Don Wells. It's the same thing. Where's Don? Here. Don's box. Is this? It's got the same E on the side of it. Let me turn it this way. So this turn it if you need to. Let's see. Yeah. So Don Wells, so this is the box in his car, and this is the box. This is in his car, and this is the same box. That's how I see it. See the edges? Okay, I'll show you. These edges, let me just get closer, are the same. Turn it. Crap. I'll just show you one of the edges. So these are edges. These are the edges of the box. So if it matches or if it doesn't, this tells me the same story. So this is the same box that I showed Trish. Trish showed these boxes in her videos. And I said, this is the closest that I have of the underground tunnels. Right? So she has the same thing as Don. Let me show you. So when I'm like, oh, see how that has like where is it? Like that number 5 in there. I call it the number 5. I don't know if it's really the number 5, but that's the same box that. Let me turn it. This is the same box, identical to how I see it, to what Trish is showing. So if I turn it this way, I have the number 5. This is Don's box. And let me show you Trish's box. Trish. It's a number 5. Well, it's the same. Watch. I'll just pull a couple of them. Trish used to be on YouTube. Gave me lots of information, but one of the main things is what I'm showing you here is what she showed great photos of. Oh, here it is, number 5. Let me get rid of these. Okay. I have to brighten it. Wait. Okay. So this is what the box inside looked like here. And that is why I said Trish's was so close. I said, wow, this is the closest to the box that I've ever seen. Correct. See? I mean, if that's Don's. Here, this one's standing the right way. I want to crop it. Okay, this should be the better one. Here we go. So this is Don's. And this is Trish's. I see them as it's the same story. And it's the same story as I'm receiving in Dolly's car. And it's the same story I received in Benny's car. This is Dolly's car. So it doesn't matter about the car. It doesn't matter about Dolly. What matters is that these match. And Don Wells shows the same thing. And then as you go through the video that has this box, the box fills with the victim. So this is the box you see behind Dolly. But if you see and recognize, the box is no longer empty. It's full. And it's filled with that. Okay? It's filled with that. It slowly changes throughout the video. It starts with nothing. See how it's connected to other screens? See that between it? Those doorways, these doorways that I showed you with Dolly, are the same doorways as I'm showing you this whole entire 2 hours. The caricature, the little face under the brown hood, reminds me of that little character. It was behind a little door like that. This is how my psychic ability works. So when I show you, go back to the beginning, this, and I told you these little caricatures, critters, pop up. They tell me there's a victim, like it does under here. This little thing. This little guy reminds me of this little guy. And these doorways and her in that brown little suit is 110% the same story that I've been getting since the beginning. You see, this would be the same story. So I get the story the same every time. There are different creators that give me images that help me tell you the same story. So it will never, ever, ever be about the channel I get this information from. It's all about the information that lies beneath. See that door behind her? See this wood frame? This wood frame. If I were the cops, I would follow these. It's plastic. And there's a door. And she's in brown. There's a door. There's plastic. There's the frame. Here's plastic. There's a door. These doors are behind these things. These are attached. So maybe that slides over. But it's doors behind doors behind doors of doors. And there on the bottom is the little dude in brown. See? And now these things are appearing in the doorway. First time I saw bloody things like that really was from Molly Golightly. Those same glasses. And these doorways. Very important. The kids know these doors. I see these doors in these cars, and it's not about the Kent family. It's about the information that comes with these families that are just over and over and over and over and over. They tell the same story. They show the same kind of doors in all of their car rides. I don't know why. But they do. Every car ride, and the same thing as Benny, every car ride shows this stuff. As if they have a door within the door. Benny Keys shows this same thing. And the reason I see it is because I believe full-heartedly that this is underground. Yes, doorways, portals. They're under there. And let me tell you, whoever is doing this, uses deepfake. Now, I'm not saying these guys use deepfake, but there's deepfake. So here, remember you know that red dot I showed you is so stupid. This here, it's on there, and I said that's a heart. This is Benny's video, his mom, but I just showed you that same thing. On that little girl's face. It's this thing. I just showed that. So, Benny And these characters show the underground tunnel. This is where this is where the main gate would be. Like the ones who run the system. And the picture that I'm showing you to the right is Kylie Rodney. And nobody really looked into this picture. This is a picture from Kylie's video. Kylie shows what happened to her. To me, in this picture, that's supposed to be Kylie. If you really look into this picture, you guys, this came from maybe Ventures with Purpose, but it tells the story. I'll tell you the story I see psychically. I see two different cars. I see there's a car involved that had no hood. They combined the cars together to create the story. She wound up going underground, under the tunnel, the same way as her other victims went. This part of the picture tells me so. That. Because this is what I see in all the cars. This is what I see out of all the windows. So this is Kylie's picture from a video of hers. This is what I just showed you outside all of the windows. So there's a reason I see this stuff outside the windows. It's because the victims must be seeing this. They must be seeing this. This is why I keep showing you guys. And I said it's in Benny's also. This. Now I see that it's in Kylie's car. It could be possible that there's information that crosses over from other victims, but Kylie knows all the elements that I'm talking about. Kylie's story involves all these elements. She wants people to know her story. She was sacrificed, taken under the ground. She went into another vehicle under the ground. She went through a doorway under the ground. And it's the doorway I'm talking about. It's the maroon doorway here. It's this. She went through the door. Oh, she's showing it to me. All right, you guys, here we go. Here we go. So, this is really freaking interesting. Okay. Kylie is one of the victims I'm talking about, because what she's telling me This is a crossway. The car is built to do this. It went through, just like I was showing you in the picture, actually. It goes through here, in here. These are gates. This is a gateway. So that is behind the door of a door. Let me show you. So that would be behind a door like this, like I show you. Okay? Behind a door like that. Or like this. Okay. Here. Like this. Let me turn it. Like that. Okay. So Kylie resonates with this. My very first picture from today. This resonates with her because this area, Kylie walked this area. She felt this area like this. Kylie was taken through this kind of a circumstance, you guys. This is what she was taken through this. As were the Idaho 4. The Idaho 4, I will never get rid of this picture. The Idaho 4 went through the same gateway. This is Madison, and she had these pictures up, right? There's a reason for each one of these photos. I mean, there's a reason. Maybe it's behind her. See, look behind her. But these photos tell a story. I know they do. It's behind her. You know what? Look at her. But it's this one. It's this one that I feel is being told today. This one. That this situation this one, I brighten it up, is Madison. So when I look at this here, I see no difference between that and how Kylie wound up here in the water. I just see this as the same story. They're telling me that they're the same story. There's no difference. No difference. This girl video reiterates to me the importance of researching and staying within a horse stable. And it's not a carousel. It's a horse stable because I smelled it. This is the first time I actually smelled it. And the victim with this maroon and clear is critical to follow. This stuff. That kind of a face that is animalistic, right? To bring justice to these kids, it's going to take accepting and understanding the horrific things that are going on. That this and what you see going on here with the girl, these are the same. Okay, let me move this over. 1 minute. Looking for the V. Or you could just stay with this. This here is the same as this. Let me brighten it up. So the elements that this new channel are finding for me are proving really to show what these victims are going through, and that this just took place 2 days ago. Two days ago. Now, you guys may see nothing, but what I'm telling you is I see danger. I see everything that I've always been seeing. I don't see someone just playing with the horses. I see that she has got what these kids get around their necks is what they put on horses. That's what I see. That's what I see. Is that victims are wearing these things on their heads, and it hurts. You want to find these victims? They really need to be looked for the correct way. This here, let me show you, is telling you how they get away, where they go. This is telling the same story as Madison. They go in there. That is metal. These are bridges. This is the water. Look closely. Look closer. Let me point something out. This here is the hand, robotic hand. That way. It's telling me that way. Right there. Boom. There is a reason. Water, underground tunnels, blow this up, and you will get holes. They're separated. Yeah, it's very scary. This picture comes from the Idaho 4. Just saying, this comes from videos from the Idaho 4. This comes from the video of when they pulled some kids over on the side of the road. This doesn't look like it's on the side of the road. This looks like it's under a railroad. And these children, these kids, are bound on their necks. Could anyone explain this? Idaho 4 video. To me, they're standing by one of, like this. Let me show you. They're standing in the water, like under here. Okay? In the water under here. Why is this in the Idaho 4 video? He has all of the information on his body. He has the V. He has that stuff on his neck. Both of them do. This is the picture that came out of the video. Yeah, they have poles put through them. Yes, they do. But this stuff's never looked at. Never. Really important. This shit's really important, you guys. Wait, I'm going to darken it. Here, this is a better color, I think. There. So here you have the little V on his body. That's the V. That's the thing I just showed you on the girl's neck, like the horse thing. See, it's like a horse thing, goes up. It's like, maybe that's what they do to him. What he has on his neck is pretty much like this. That's what I see. This. So I see these as the same, spiritually speaking, right? and understand. That's the Idaho 4. This is an Idaho 4 video. I see them in this situation. And these guys are under a bridge. They're not by their cars. They were not pulled over by their cars. Whoop. Hi, guys. They're under a bridge. See that? Very similar as to what was through summer. Yeah, very similar, because these guys are in a situation like we showed summer. This is the same situation, right? She looks the same here. Let me bring back summer, and I could leave this as the last one because they're exactly the same. So these guys, if you look behind them, is the same as what's going on here. Dark maroon metal. The same thing that's going on here. You see, every one of my victims follows the Summer Moonwells stories. And every one of my victims have exactly the same elements. They all do. Because even if I see the same element in one picture and I see the same element in another situation, it's the element that's important. Remember that. It's the element that's important, not the person. So like a situation like that is being shown back there. And it has nothing to do with him. It has to do with these guys show me that they're in a place like this, darkness. So let me see. Farm. I might want to show you how, who would want to see it? I don't know if you want to see it again. How I get these images. I'm going to show you through a video, and then I'll call it a night. I want to show you the video. All right, hold on.
Anything about it.
Okay, here we go. So here's the video where I got this information. I'm going to show you, see how these are layered. Even here, she has that thing around her neck. So this is the thing around her neck, and this here is the critter that I have that matches with the Lori Vallow story. So this is how I got it on the video. So sometimes it really is good for people to see the live video and how I get the element. See, it's just sitting there. That's a major critter. Major critter. But if you take snapshots and you look at the neck, I'm going to show you. And it's named Dollar Tree, this one. Here. That's on the neck. So, let me brighten it. Right there. And when you continue on with this, I'm going to show you different faces. See? See, this video really falls apart. I videotaped every one of the videos, so if they happen to take this down, I have it all. See, I see different faces. In her hands. All right, here, I'll show you comparison. So the reason I put different faces up is not because I'm telling you, oh, she's got so many faces. I see different faces because I'm just supposed to recognize there are multiple victims. So this is in both videos, and I just showed you it, right? I mean, I just showed you. Maybe I could change the color. Changing the color helps because it's so bright and yellow. Let me take the yellow out of this one. Here. So that's one. And by the time I'm done showing you this video, I probably would have like 30 different faces. So I'm going to keep them together. So far there's 3. There's more than 3. I mean, I see them in here. So this, I see the heart. This to me is the same. This represents to me the same kind of a bag when Summer showed me the dentist bag. And then I saw the dentist tray at Appalachian Fairground, this thing. That tray was shown in this video for some reason. It was really freaking weird. I always collect bags like this because they show very interesting information. Okay. Okay, here's another face. brighten it and bring it in. So here's another one. So as you could see, as we're evolving, there's different victims in this video. Okay, let me get the yellow out of this one. So, same video. Same video, so far we have a bunch of different faces. Oh, there it is again. Okay, so I talk about deep fake and AI, and how I like to get the frame between the frame of a frame. This is a great example. So as I'm going through this, it stops like this. So the outside is gray. The outside frames, this outside frame, I call these gray frames. This in here. So it's surrounded by this. These change like to 3 different layers. They're white, they're gray, they're dark gray, they're black. So it's really white, gray, and black. Sometimes they're in between because I have a light gray, like this. So if you ever are lucky enough to stop on a frame like this, take a snapshot and you're going to see closely. And if I were to run this through AI, they would tell me that it's fake. Like there's another layer here. So let me show you what I mean. This photo shows elements. This photo confirms to me that everything is matching tonight. Like everything matches. So I get frames that, that I could do a reading over. So this is what this frame shows me. And it tells me I'm correct. And how is it that I get that? It's because it's holding the V. What she's holding in her hand is my confirmation. It's the elements are my confirmation. The elements are my confirmation. See? And her face is got lots of layers going on here. So depending on the color, here watch, like depending on the color I make it will depend on what you see. So here it is a different color, and you're going to see the elements even further. And there's always like something on the face. Thank you for those ones. And there's a lot going on here because that's what's called deep fake. This is what I call a deep fake. See? And this is what shows up. And I like to always look at the very small little window. And that small little window gives lots of information. And then it goes back, like when you snap on it real fast, it goes back here. And then the V, because we just saw it, this is how it works, I'm supposed to recognize that. See that V? Well, it's now where it's supposed to be. Because it's always on the neck. So if she, the victim, wants me to notice it. Now I'm going to notice it because it was shown to me. And it's on her neck. And what dangles from the neck is the critter. The critter is on the bottom of these things they put on the neck. And they put those horse things on. So that would dangle from here. Look on her chest at what's there. Yeah, there's a lot going on her chest. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, as you could see. These are elements that she would be holding in her hand. There's another one. You see? Right there. That's another one. So this is even lighter. So let me explain this now. This is even lighter than the last one. The last one, oh no, did I not take a picture? I know I did. Oh, I didn't. The last one was a little darker. Okay? This is lighter. This video is really good. So now, if you take a snapshot when you see something like this, take a snapshot, and the gray is even lighter. So what that tells me is I'm going to get even more information, right? I'm going to get more information on what's going on because of the lightness. So now I think that we're the closest to what the victim that is reaching out looks like. That this is more of what she would look like than what we're being shown. That one's bad. Here. Here. Or even in the video. The video shows someone totally different. Do you understand that I just showed you a video, a presentation of a little girl that looks like this? Now, kind. Let me grab her face, because this is all the same girl. Supposed to be. But this one is very different from this one. Because I see Down syndrome. I always see these children with Down syndrome. I've said that before. I see a child that has disabilities. I see a child that's not this. This is who they're showing. You know, there's a difference here, you guys, that one has disabilities, I feel. I feel very sad. I said I felt sadness. Felt sadness through this whole thing. Like this gal is in this is the same video, is not this girl. Every time oh God, it's so awful. every time I go into these kids and focus in, these kids, the ones that are beneath here, right there, don't have names. They're the ones that smell that smell. And take a picture, because this needs to be remembered, because that is the person that is looking at you to bring her justice. I'm going to move the cursor, and you're going to see how this is going to shift. See? I just moved the cursor. So without doing anything, you have this that goes to this. I'm doing this, you guys, right in front of you. Right in front of you. This isn't voodoo. This isn't psychic. By a push of a finger, I'm showing you what's under the deep fake. Because some of these people are not good at it. It's new. This is the time to call them out on it. This is the time to grab this stuff. I'm going to keep going. There's that one we have. See all those in there? That's for someone who does this for a living to get in there. Now these are really layered. Oh, there's another one. And that's another one. This is super, super dark. So I'm not going to get such a good picture, but I'm taking a screenshot anyways. There, okay, we have that one. Is this one the same? Let's see. That's that one. So this is a different girl. See, this girl looks more like a Gabby Petito. This one. This one looks more like a Gabby Petito. Not the same as this one. Right? Okay, click, and it changes. Changes again. This one is pretty graphic. Okay. So this one, now the stick, the V, that stick thing is in her face. All right, I'm going to keep going. See all of those in the small one? The small ones have lots of information. The arm, So here you could see, and this looks like a horse hoof. All these pictures I'm going to put up at the end. This looks like a horse hoof. And again, this is under the deep fake. She's not showing this. That's what's under. Right there. What's in her hand. That's under. We get rid of the yellow. Still holding the V in her finger. See the V in the finger? It's very common. That. I'm just looking for the faces. Because obviously there's a lot going on here. Look how different that one is. Look. Even the hair color. Look. This one. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Wow, there's a lot of different girls going on here. Where did that blonde one go? I know I just took it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. You guys, look at this face. This face is not these girls. Right? The hair. This. This girl. They've got those things around their necks, you guys. These are different. Look at their eyes. This girl's eyes seem so familiar. So familiar. These eyes are not these eyes. None of these girls are the same. See how this eye goes down? We have multiple children here. Let's keep going. That's different here. Yeah. So this deep fake and this kind of a video is really what gives me the best information. It gives me the best images to show you guys so I could tell you the story that I believe to be true. See that angle? Different here, that's for sure. I'm trying to look for another one of those dark oh my God, there's one of these. These are all different. All right, I have like 5 other videos, but I'm gonna keep those for next time. So there we go. All right, I'm looking up. Wait. I know the close ones are super important. That I know. Like when they come close. I learned that from Benny. Like each different creator that I have watched has taught me how to do this. Like has helped me, has directed me in where to stop, you know. All right, so what I'm going to do is bring up all of these little photos that I took. Let's see. I'm going to go all the way to the end here. Yeah, a lot of faces. Lots of faces, you guys. Okay. And the reason we had to show all these faces is because, again, it brings justice. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I am going to present each one of these screenshots so you could see side-by-side information. Okay. These. Okay. File. Screen. Okay. So here is what we have gathered from the different faces. Let me bring a few of them up. Three, 4, 5. Okay, let's do these 6. Okay. This. Okay, I think I'm going to put them on top of each other differently. Okay, this one. I'm going to keep this one up. Get rid of this one. This. This. So what I'm doing for those who are first tuning in is I'm going back and I'm grabbing the screenshots of the faces so I can put up the multiple different faces that are the clearest to me. Ooh, this one is so familiar. This one is so familiar, you guys. That one is so familiar. These are the different screenshots so far. And they're all from the same video, of course. Oh, some of these are super blurry. I'm not going to put the blurry ones up. Blurry. Oh, this one's not blurry. Okay. Some of these kids that are behind, like the owl, and they're closer up, those are the ones to me that are younger. The ones that are closer to the camera. I'll show you what I mean. Like the one that you have with the soap and the one you have with the owl. Like when they get the closer, here maybe let me recrop it. So you have the soap and the owl, and to me they're the youngest. They're holding products. And that's part of the selling technique here, you guys. I think this one might be too. Oh, here. Yeah, I have a lot of them here, but they're just too out of focus. Okay, so this one. Okay. All right, we have 6. So, let me see if I have another one in here. Oh, yeah. So this one, like something would be wrong with this person. Copy. Okay. All right, let me get one more in here. This. Go this way maybe. Get it in there. Okay. So, this photo here, wasn't she the same girl who had McDonald's? The girl's eyes that's holding the soap just seems so familiar to me. And the one that I think has Down syndrome is also familiar to me. So these are the faces that we have gotten out of this video. It's super important, you guys, to recognize each and every one of these faces, because these are the faces that ask for justice, right? They're the ones that ask for justice, because these are the ones that show themselves. These are the ones that show themselves, so we can bring them justice.
We are here, we are strong. In the dark, we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. At first, it was nothing more than a whisper in the damp air of the tunnels. But the more the children sang, the stronger they became. Their song defied the hive silence. We are here, we are strong. In the dark, we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The sound moved like a ripple through the underground. The younger children, the ones who barely remembered life before the tunnels, clung to the melody as though it were a lullaby from a mother they could no longer recall. The older children sang it in defiance, their voices shaking at first but growing steadier with every repetition. And then something changed. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The children's voices united, a melody clashed with the pulsing signal of the hive, creating small disruptions in the air, weak spots in its control. The more they sang, the more the tendrils of the hive seemed to falter, its walls trembling with something close to fear. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The song became their armor, a weapon hidden in plain sight. They can take, they can lie, but our voices never die. We will stand, we will fight. In the dark we are the light. At first, there was nothing more than a whisper in the damp air of the tunnels. But the more the children sang, the stronger they became. Their song defied the hive silence. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. Some realized that this was their key. The hive could control their bodies.
All right, you guys. Thank you once again for an amazing live. God bless you all, and God bless the children. Good night, guys.